Hello, I've got another clip from the Atheist Experience. No Matt Dillahunty this time. Thought I'd give another pairing a try. We've got Dave Warnock and Jim Burrows. And this is quite a good one. So Joseph is called in. He's done what a lot of theists do. He has come into the Atheist Experience to disprove evolution, thinking that that is going to, by default, validate his own religion. So I've missed out the first sort of 10, 12, 13 minutes of the call. It gets more interesting towards the end. Let's go with it and see what happens.
Oh, perhaps another life that's more advanced than us seeded the earth. That would be more practical than to say that we came from nothing and we evolved into.
You're missing my question. I don't care how we got here. Let me just jump ahead. I'm not arguing with you how we got here, whether we came from another planet or apes or Adam and Eve. What does that have to do with where we are now? Let's talk about where we are now. How does a God anywhere, what is a God anywhere doing for any of us? You said that the way things are changing, it makes you more certain of your faith and that you're more convinced that you want to be a Christian, that you are a Christian.
This is what really makes me laugh when Christians start saying that when they come onto the atheist experience or they listen to atheist shows, etc., it emboldens them even more in their faith. Now, there's an old saying that a fool who persists in his folly will become wise. I'm afraid that when it comes to Christians, that does not apply. A Christian who persists in his stupidity will only become more stupid.
So why? Where is God in all of this?
Right. Well, that is a difficult question, and it does inquire your own personal experience for that. Because
no.
Oh, excellent question from Dave. Where is God in all that? Oh, that's a difficult question. Well, we need personal experience. So he's come onto the show to debunk evolution. He's failed utterly. He's started to realize how ignorant and how little he knows the subject. And he's doing what a lot of Christians do. The last bastion of defense, faith or personal experience.
No, because everybody's personal experience is different.
Let me answer your question.
You can't. Well, you're going down the road of personal experience, because then you say, well, I've experienced God. Well, so did the guys who drove planes into the towers at 9/11. They experienced their God. But you, if you're a Christian, you would say that their God is not accurate and yours is. You can't just use anecdotes for evidence. That doesn't work that way.
Right.
I agree with you, sir. But I think,
okay,
in my opinion, the truth is the most important thing. And wherever the truth leads you, whether it's contradicting, if your evidence is contradicting, then the truth is what matters to me. And if you guys are giving me anecdotal, or if you're giving me if you're begging the question and telling me I'm wrong, but you're not giving me any evidence or things that I can look at.
No, so
Jim did that. Jim did that early on. Yes, he did that right out of the gate.
You're telling me to go.
And I'm approaching it a different way.
You're sort of shifting the burden of proof. I believe that what they should have possibly said there is, we're not saying you're wrong, but we're not convinced that you're right, and there's a difference.
You and Jim can argue evolution all day long. I'm saying to you, Joseph, what does it matter? Where is God now? Show me evidence if you want truth. Show me true evidence that there's a God actively involved in the world today. You're not listening, you're talking.
People believe the earth is flat. What does it matter if it's not flat?
I don't know what that has to do with what I asked you.
Flat.
Well, I'm asking you to show me evidence of a God actively involved in the lives of humans today. Not your personal experience, not something that you feel.
Experience about God. I called in to talk about evolution and the discrepancy.
Right. And so again,
and we did that. We did that for a long time.
You told me research, but I'm giving you the research right now. I've looked at the.
No, so I'm telling you to go look at counter research. And I told you to go look at counter research and to go look at real research and to go look
Ken Ham has his research. Ken Ham has Answers in Genesis research.
Right.
Are you supposed to just accept that as truth?
No, that isn't research.
Come on, Jim.
Yeah, AIG is not good research at all. And there are a number of really good YouTubers out there, Vice Prano, and who does a really, really good job of showing you the real science. And again, I've told you to go look specifically for particular types of research. And I've apologized for not having that at the top of my mind and at the top of my head. This is not my area of expertise. So if you want to go look at how information gets added to DNA.
I think it seems to me a lot of Christians don't really quite grasp how well established evolutionary biology actually is. It's as well established, really, as any of the natural sciences. It stands alongside physics, chemistry, in all the great, well, not even just the great universities in the world. It's accepted across virtually the whole of academia. We're only looking at a tiny percentage of mainly Christian biologists like Michael Behe who contradict it on theological grounds, not on scientific grounds. It's like they haven't done the research and they're not aware of it. They think it's some kind of I think they think it's some kind of hypothesis which hasn't been tested with actual empirical data.
Viruses directly inject genes into DNA. Those are two sources of research you can go look at and find out for yourself. I apologize for not being expert enough to actually go into it.
Can I give my final thought?
Go ahead.
Okay, my final thought is you basically, your refute of my research is to tell me to go research and to look into what I don't know. And would I be correct in saying that if you don't know about God, you have to go research and look at the Bible, and then you would understand what it means?
Okay. I did that for 37 years, Joseph.
Yeah.
So he's phoned in and he wants to refute evolutionary biology. Jim and Dave have both contradicted him by highlighting his ignorance and saying that he needs to go and study a science. And his reply is to say, well, you don't know about God, so you've got to go and study religion.
I did that for 37 years.
Yeah, and Joseph, I did as well. And I'm on a show right now, hoping that somebody will give us proof of God. And you have failed, sir. Completely, utterly failed.
I never talked about God. I talked about evolution.
Yeah, and
we get this. We get Christians phoning in to discuss something which they think pulls the rug from underneath the feet of atheists on their rejection of theist claims. And when that's been invalidated, when that position has been invalidated, and they move on to, well, actually, why do you believe? Let's not look for reasons why atheists are wrong. Why, in fact, do you believe? What is your evidence? They, I didn't come in to talk about that. I came in to talk about evolution. I mean, that conversation is now in the past. That's been dealt with. He's on the spot now. Why does he believe?
like I said, I'm on the show asking people to give me proof of God. We talked about evolution. That's nice. But yeah, I'm on the show once a month. Matt Dillahunty's on here almost every week. All of us, there are a number of us who have looked for it and haven't found it. So,
and you said if we should research this and find it in the Bible. I've read the Bible upside down, inside out, cover to cover, preached it, taught it, 37 years.
Right.
Okay, there's no need for all this, guys. Insist that he presents his evidence.
I'm here telling you I don't see evidence of God in the Bible.
You would understand.
The Bible's, what's that?
That's basically what you're telling me to do. You're telling me to go research, and then I would understand. And I'm telling you, if you don't understand God, you need to go research, and you need to go. You need to go talk to theologians, and then you would understand.
We
go to the theology departments of universities and ask them for evidence for the existence of God. That would be really funny.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
And Dave was a theologian.
Yeah, I'll do that. Good idea. I'll go to Bible school.
All right, thank you very much, Joseph. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there in a sort of twisted kind of way. Nobody has ever come on before and said, go and talk to some theologians. They'll tell you that God exists. Well, that was funny. I thought that was really funny. And it was a good call. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. And by the way, go and check out my community tab. I'm posting lots of polls which are relevant to atheism and to religion, to some other issues as well. Thank you very much. Bye for now.